Hello everyone. Today in this video we are discuss about the girth measurement. Girth are the circumference measure at the standard anatomical areas around the body and measured with a tape measure. Or we can say the girth measurement is a technique to measure the bulkiness of a muscle or the body part. Now for the girth measurement we use the one equipment that is known as the flexible metal tape, and we can use the pen for the marking on the skin. You have to make sure that the tape is not too tight or too loose and which is lying flat on the skin. This is not it. Now the advantages of the girth measurement. So low cost involved in the testing procedure, easy, and for many sites the measurement can be self administration. Okay, in the body some sites are present कि जो patient પોતે જાતે જ girth measurement કરી શકે. They do not require any assistance or the physiotherapist. So this is the advantage, and another advantage is it is the low cost method. Just equipment like measure tape is only need for the girth measurement. So it is low cost procedure. Girth measurement combined with skin fold measurement sometime, and it give a clear picture of changes in the muscle and fat composition and the distribution. The skin fold measurement is a different technique, but sometimes it is used with the girth measurement combination. A common girth measure is the waist measure used in the determining the waist hip ratio. We see further what is waist hip ratio. Next is indication for the girth measurement. That is muscle atrophy, swelling, hypertrophy of muscle, lymphedema, and joint effusion. Girth measurement is mainly two types, the muscular one and the non-muscular one. Now the muscular landmarks, that is about the deltoid. So technique 1 is position of patient, sit with arm relaxed at the side and measure the maximal protrusion of the bideltoid muscle. Technique 2, that is position of patient is sitting with arm in 90-degree abduction. Okay, तो patient ने position करके sit with the arm 90-degree abduction रखा and then measure the bulk point around the deltoid. Okay, and compare with the other side. So this is about the deltoid. Next is arm. So in that biceps muscle, position of patient is sitting with the full elbow flexion and wrist is clenched. See in this diagram, wrist clenched and elbow flexion. And you have to mark a point 10 centimeter down from the acromion process. Okay, so 10 centimeter down from the acromion process, and at that point you have to wrap the measure tape around that point and measure the circumference, and same compared to the other side. Next is triceps muscle. Mark a point 8 centimeter above the olecranon process on the arm. Okay, olecranon process of the ulna. So you have to make a 1.8 centimeter above the olecranon process and take that point. And a point ne surrounding measure tape mukine you have to measure the circumference. See, this is the measurement for the triceps muscle. Next is forearm. Position of patient is sitting with elbow extended and forearm supinated. Subject hold the arm out with the palm facing upwards. For the brachialis muscle, mark a point 2 centimeter down from the olecranon process on the forearm and the circumference measurement is taken along with the forearm. Then for the supinator muscle, 5 centimeter down from the olecranon process. Okay, you have to remember the 5 for supinator. Okay, S and 5. Okay, so it is both like same. So you have to remember the 5 centimeter down from the olecranon process for the supinator muscle and compare with the both side. Next is flexures of wrist and hand. So make a point 11 centimeter down from the olecranon process on the forearm. So this is about the compartment muscle. Okay, not an individual flexors muscle. This is about the group of the muscle, flexors of wrist and hand. Next is for the lower limb, that is thigh. The subject stands erect with their weight evenly distributes on the both feet and legs slightly aparted. For adductors, okay, so mark a point at the level of groin. The circumference measurement is taken along the thigh at this point. Okay, groin region ma you have to put the measure tape and take a circumference along with the thigh point. Okay, so this is about the adductors. See in this diagram, this is about the adductors. You have to make a measure tape around the groin region and then take a measurement and compare the other side. Now for the hamstring muscles, so the hamstring muscles make a point 23 centimeter above the base of the patella. Okay, so this is patella, and from the base of the patella you have to make a point 23 centimeter above, or 20 or 33 centimeter from the tibial tuberosity. Okay, so બેમાંથી કોઈ પણ એક measurement you can take and then measure around that point and compare with both sides. Now rectus femoris muscle, so make a point 15 centimeter above the base of patella. Okay, so that is above the rectus femoris 15 centimeter, hamstring mate 23 centimeter. Now for the vastus lateralis, make a point 10 centimeter above the base of patella or 20 centimeter above the tibial tuberosity. Both measurement you can take. Then for vastus medialis, make a point 5 centimeter above the base of patella or the 15 centimeter above the tibial tuberosity. કોઈ પણ એક યાદ રાખી શકીએ છીએ આપણે. So remember 5 centimeter above the base of patella for vastus medialis and 10 centimeter for the vastus lateralis. Now the calf muscle, position of patient, the subject stand erect with their weight evenly distributed on both feet and legs slightly apart. Make a point 15 centimeter below the apex of patella. Okay, remember in calf muscle, below the apex of patella. For the thigh region we can use the above the base of patella, and for the calf muscle we use the below the apex of patella 15 centimeter point, and take a circumference measurement and compare with the both side. So that is about the calf muscle. Okay, now the non-muscular landmarks, we can discuss this non-muscular landmarks in part 2. Okay, so just revise the muscular landmarks quick. Okay, so see, we have two girth measurement, muscular and the non-muscular. So the muscular, in that we have deltoid. Okay, so જે પણ maximal protrusion point હોય, you have to put measure tape and take a girth around that. Then for the biceps, this position is used and the 10 centimeter down from the acromion process. For triceps, 8 centimeter above to the olecranon process. This, okay, 8 centimeter above olecranon process. Then for the forearm, that is brachialis, 2 centimeter down from the olecranon process. For supinator, 5 centimeter down from the olecranon process. And for flexor compartment of the wrist and head, 11 centimeter down to the olecranon process. Then for lower limb thigh, that is for adductors, groin region you have to take and take a measurement around the point, that is about the adductors. Then for the hamstring, 23 centimeter above the base of patella. For rectus femoris, 15 centimeter above the base of patella. Vastus lateralis, 10 centimeter above the base of patella. Vastus medialis, 5 centimeter above the base of patella. And for the calf muscle, you take a 15 centimeter below the apex of patella. Remember this. Okay, so these all are about the muscular landmarks girth measurement. Non-muscular landmarks we will continue in part 2. Thank you.